Go ahead. Turn it up. It's the Record Machine Show with your host, Jimmy Howe.
Take me back to the country. I don't like these lights and screaming sirens that keep me up all night. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country so I can get some rest. City life is really not for me. It's not the way I thought it would be. With all the dirty crime in the streets, I've been here long enough, now set me free. So take me back to the country, far away from here, where I can have more freedom and breathe the country air. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country to share it with my wife. City life is really not for me. It's not the way I thought it would be. With all the dirty crime in the streets, I've been here long enough, now set me free. So take me back to the country. I don't like these lights and screaming sirens, they keep me up all night. Take me back to the country, the place that I know best. Take me back to the country so I can get some rest. So take me back to the country, far away from here, where I can have more freedom and breathe the country air. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country to share it with my wife. Back to the country.
Oh, here comes the police car now.
Back to the country.
Oh, now there's more fire trucks
Back to the country.
and paramedics.
Back to the country.
Boy, am I missing my sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome country recording artist Wolfe Milestone. How you doing, Wolf?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Good stuff. I'm ready.
So how's the weather there today? You're in Canada, right?
Yes.
Is
Not
that-
too. We're about 30 kilometers from Toronto.
Oh, wow. Is that where you grew up?
Yes.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, I'm in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, so you know Andrew Dean?
Do I know who?
Andrew Dean.
Andrew Dean. Doesn't sound familiar.
He's from there, and then he went to Florida, and he's another country western artist.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look him up. I don't believe I'm familiar with him.
Please. Yeah.
So
Please look him up.
I definitely will. Now, tell me about your musical background. When did you first get involved in music?
Well, at a very young age, I don't want to sound like a cliche here, but my parents, through their church, my mother played the piano, and that's how I got started with singing. She taught me the scales of harmony, and around 5 or 6 years of age, I started singing in the church choir and the school choir.
Wow. Now, do you play any instruments?
Yes, I do. Some drums, some piano and guitar and bass guitar.
Very nice. Now, I believe every band or artist is influenced by someone. Who are some of your influences?
Well, obviously Hank Sr. and Charlie Pride, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and the Merle Haggard, like George Strait and Vince Gill.
Those are all good ones. Now, to date, you have several studio albums, Where My Truck Stops, From the Heart, Milestones and Memories, and A Merry Milestone Christmas. Will there be a new album soon? And if so, when can we expect it?
Well, hopefully after this pandemic has cleared up and everything's back into working order and up and running, I'm hoping to have something around March.
Oh, very nice. Now, this podcast is going to feature two of your tracks, Back to the Country and Where My Truck Stops. What's the story behind those two songs?
Well, Back to the Country, I was saying to my wife one night, we were sitting at home watching TV, and I said, listen. And she said, listen to what? I said, what do you hear? She says, I hear sirens. I hear cars, traffic. I said, isn't that funny? Why don't we go back to the country where he's nice and quiet? And that's how that song got started.
Well, that makes sense. And what about the other one?
Well, we're on the road and we were traveling out to BC at that time. And I had just broken up with a girlfriend, whatever. And I kept saying to myself, the further I get from you, the better it'll be for me. And I started writing that song, is where my truck stops, I'll call home.
That's pretty funny. Now, how do you approach songwriting? What's your creative process like?
Well, I'll get a hook, or somebody will say something, or I'll get a quick melody in my head. And if I'm driving, writing, sitting, whatever, I'll keep that melody in my head till I get a chance to sit down and grab my guitar and pen and paper and put it to pen or to paper.
Nice. Now, if you could do a duet or a collaboration with any artist, who would it be and why?
Well, things have really picked up in the last couple of years. There's a couple of girls that I've sang with already. One was Dolly Dunn. Another one was Nellie Spiney. And my latest one is a young lady from Washington near Spokane, Cindy Lou. And we just released a couple of songs. We brought back an old 1977 song by Tammy Wynette and George Jones, and we resurrected it to our new 2023 song called Southern California, which I will get to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that. That sounds good.
Oh, it's awesome.
I got the Christmas ones you sent. Now, are the ones that you sent for the Christmas songs, are those the ones that are on the Christmas album that you have, or those newer ones?
No, those are on the Christmas album.
Very cool. Now, what is it about music that makes you feel passionate?
Again, it started at a very young age. I thank my mother for that, with her playing the piano. And it was always a happy medium place at home. With mom playing the piano, then she would get, us kids singing along, and it always brought joy and happiness. And when I'm on that stage and I see the people tapping their fingers or their toes or whatever, I know that they're having fun, and that makes me happy.
Nice. Now, you just mentioned the stage. Do you have any shows coming up anytime soon?
Yeah, we just finished our last show for this year. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we're doing a New Year's Eve function. We're looking forward to that, to bring in the new year 2024 next weekend.
Nice. Now, what can the fans expect when they go see a Wolfe Milestone show? Well,
we're a very unique group. I got three other fellows with me now that have been altogether. I would say the youngest one, the shortest one, has been with me 2 years. The other fellows 7 and almost 18. Like I say, we're very unique. We have 4 different lead singers.
Wow.
Our harmonies are exceptional for that, and we're having a lot of fun.
Sounds like it. Now, do you guys play a lot of covers or just originals only?
We do both.
Nice. It's a good way for an indie artist to introduce their own music, correct? Like, if
yes,
they could do covers, and then they could throw some of their own in there too, and then that's how they can introduce themselves to a whole new audience, I think, anyway.
Yes. Well, when we do a gig, we always start off with the cover tunes to get the crowd involved with it and get them up dancing. Then one of us will say, "Well, we're going to do an original song that Wolfe has written, and here it is. You're going to hear it live."
Yeah. That's a good segue, right? Now, over the last couple of years, you've been nominated and won several awards. Recently, you won the 2023 ISSA Male Songwriter of the Year and Band Single of the Year for Back to the Country. What was that experience like?
I got to tell you, that was the most rewarding feeling I ever had. There was over 2,000 people in the audience, from musicians to, people, but the feeling was it was something I've never experienced ever in my life. I'm getting goosebumps now again, just thinking about it. Walking towards that podium to accept my award, it was a feeling of energy that I'll never, ever forget.
It must be a huge rush to do something that you love, write a song, and win an award for it all at the same time.
There was, and it still is. I have the programs of the different countries where the people were also nominated for these two awards that I did eventually win. One, there was 24 countries involved. The other one, 29 countries, other country or artists that were involved, and I won.
Now, do you plan on maybe winning another one in the next couple of years? I think you got another hit or two in you, don't you?
Oh, I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep on going. Yeah, where my truck stops, I'll call home.
Yeah, you got to chase that high now, right? You got a pretty good high from winning that award, I can imagine, you know? There's probably no feeling like it, right?
Well, I'm working on some new songs as you know, we're speaking right now. They're going to be good. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet, but one's an up-tempo one, and one's a very romantic, slow waltz song.
Very good. I'm looking forward to hearing that. Now, outside of music, do you have any other hobbies or interests?
Well, for years I played hockey. You know, being from Canada, that was one of my pride and joys all my life. I played up until I was 65.
Wow.
I'm just a little over 65 now, but the legs, my mind is there, but my legs just don't want to go no more.
Like the Tom Brady of hockey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And being a truck driver like my dad, I was a truck driver most of my life.
Oh, wow. Do any like gardening or arts or anything like that?
Oh, art, yeah, commercial artist. I'm a coodiddle or a doodler. I'm always drawing character pictures or something. That I've been doing it all my life.
Yeah, I'm a carpenter. I'm retired though, but I like to build stuff in my free time.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I've built bars, you know, like a bar to drink at, like out of pallets. You know, the pallets that the warehouses have. I took the pallets and I made it into a bar. Actually, came out pretty good. That's one of my.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I love woodworking.
Yeah, that's being creative.
Yes, sir. Now, do you have a website that you'd like to promote?
Yes, www.wolfemilestone.com. So that's www.wolfemilestone.com.
Now, is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
Well, I would say all my songs are on YouTube and Spotify and all platforms. So you can get them in there and hear them. And if you like them, hit a like and it's all there.
Very cool. Well, Wolf, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really dig the tunes that you sent me so far, and I'm looking forward to hearing that album when it comes out in March. I'd love to have you back on, too.
Oh, I'd love to.
Let's definitely do that. Let's stay in touch, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, all right?
So listen, I have to ask a favor. My granddaughter, who's 8 years old, she wanted me to get a picture of you and I.
Okay.
So can you look at the camera?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for doing it.
She's going to be so happy.
That's awesome. How old is she?
8.
Oh, yeah. They still love everything about mom, dad, and the grandparents at that age, you know.
Yeah, she got the long curly hair like her grandfather.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Does she go to a lot of your shows?
Oh yeah, when we do outside concerts, we do festivals every summer.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, she's been on stage dancing with me as well.
That's great. Well, like I said, Wolf, I appreciate you coming on the show, and I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's stay in touch, all right?
We will, and all the best to you, and Merry Christmas.
All right. You take care, buddy, all right?
All right, thanks again. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm heading down the highway, I don't know where. No set direction, I just don't care where my truck stops. I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I packed up my life in this old pickup truck. I left behind your memories of my bad luck. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. I'll drive a woman you've always been. You drove me to hell and back again. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I'm leaving the east and I'm heading west. The further from you will be the best. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling.
Record Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Howell Productions. All rights reserved. For information regarding distribution or adding this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.
The Record Machine Show.